You're listening to American Medicine Today. I'm Kimberly Brummel with Jeff Wagstaff, Ethan Euchre, and world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. Alfred Bonati. We decided to push back the break with Dr. Moore, and we're going to continue with previous patient Kelly Nelson. She was talking about the death panels and problems with insurance and Obamacare that's going on currently with this administration.
So, Kelly, pick up where you left off, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm sorry to jump all over you, but this is such a humongous subject, and people don't really understand that unelected boards, they're appointed, they're not elected by the people, and this is what we're stuck with, and we can't get rid of them. Mm-hmm. And if you go back to old dictionaries, you'll find that Soviet is defined as unelected councils, and that's what we're moving towards today, an unelected governance in the United States, which is unelected councils and task forces, participatory democracy, public-private partnerships, and this is the form of government used in democratic, socialist, and communist countries. And that's what our health care is moving towards. This is what has happened to our once wonderful health care. We're being run by a blind board that we have no control over. Mm-hmm. And it was put there by Obama. Now, you can go and look on the web at many, many things about Obamacare, but something that came out recently that really tells you where we are and what the American people, where the American people stand. Mm-hmm. There's a media analyst and author named Mark Dice, and he went out on the beach in San Diego a while back, and he asked the people if they'd sign a petition to support the mandatory euthanasia provision in Obamacare to help keep health care costs down by putting senior citizens to sleep. Of course it's not in there, but it is in there in another way. But nearly everyone signed it, including older folks, but mostly the young said, oh yeah, sure, we need to put our elderly to sleep so that they don't cost us so much.
And they even repeated it. I saw some of those videos.
Yeah.
They repeated the question very specifically, and some were laughing like they had no problem with this.
I know. Let's get rid of Grandma and Grandpa right now. Well, that's what Obamacare truly is going to do, because they're rationing services. The doctors are quitting because they don't want any part of this. It's just taking up weight. 5 minutes is what they're allowed to give you in an office now today. And then you look at Medicare, which is losing $500 billion because of Obamacare, and if you go into the hospital and you're a Medicare patient, and the hospital signs you in under observation rather than for a particular medical service, Medicare will not pay for that hospital stay, even if it turns into you having to have an operation or anything. If you're in there under observation, no money will come from Medicare.
Kelly.
So you better make sure. And people need to educate themselves, and they're not. They're going to get these huge shocks.
Kelly, let me interrupt you 1 second. I know that what you are saying is absolutely true. I live in some of the countries that they have that situation before. So I know the direction that we are taking is not only awful, it's also tremendously damaged for the health of the country. We're being hijacked right now. And in the cooperation of this hijack is incredibly dangerous, because the people are not really aware of what is happening. They think it's a joke because they are accustomed to a lot of good things, an easy way to live. But I start to see now people coming to my practice that they cannot pay. Their insurance don't cover. They have a tremendous bad situation. We need to stop talking about how bad is this. What we need to do is we need to create solutions. And the solutions are in our hands. The problem is we are not active. We cannot continue talking about how bad the situation is. We need to continue saying how we'll stop this bad situation. And stop the bad situation, one of the things that we need to do, we need to create responsibility on the politicians. And to do that, we need to do term limits. We must do term limits. If we don't, we never will be able to turn this thing around. The other thing, we talk about insurance. Physicians and patients can control the insurance companies. The insurance companies live by us. We supply the professions supply the treatments and the product, and the patients receive that. So the symbiosis between a doctor and a patient, we can tell the insurance company something very simple. We can create a board that an organization that is going to supply in any practice of every physician in the country a type of a communication between a patient and a doctor. If the doctor goes and tells the patient, I need to treat you for this, and the insurance company said, we are not going to cover you because whatever the circumstances, then we go immediately and we make that call, and immediately this insurance company is going to lose that patient because we will transfer that patient to an insurance company that's going to be responsible. The insurance company pays millions and millions of dollars in televisions and in advertisement. And instead to do that, we can be the carrier of that representation. And if we go and we do something like that, if the insurance company like Blue Cross and Blue Shield, that is a horrible insurance company today, this insurance company is probably at the level of Medicaid today. So if that insurance company behaves like that, and my patient comes over and said to me, I will not cover this, and the patient immediately the doctor immediately calls like an insurance company like United Healthcare, wonderful insurance company, incredible, powerful insurance company, responsible to doctors and responsible to the physicians. That insurance company, we can promote that insurance company and go to that insurance company and say, look, I had Joan Smith who needs attention today. Can you take this patient right now for the same price at the same time, and we can serve this patient? And the insurance company say yes. That patient immediately becomes in the rostrum of that insurance company, and the situation is corrected. You will see immediately Blue Cross and Blue Shield crying to go ahead and get that patient back. Problem is we talk, we cry, but we don't act. And that situation is in our hands. We're responsible to correct the problems. The problem is we don't correct the problems. We talk about how bad the politicians are. We don't do anything. We talk about how irresponsible they are. We don't remove them. They are look, Harry Reid. This guy is the most horrendous, irresponsible citizen. And he's still in Congress. This is a situation that we need to look, and we need to remove these people. And the only way that you can do that one is with term limits. And the only way that you control the insurance companies is doctors and patients acting in their behalf, in their defense. I know that what I'm saying is really rough, but it's a drawing of something that if we can put it together, can work. What do you think?
Well, I think if Thomas Jefferson had not been in France and had been there in 1787, he would have demanded that they put term limits in, because that's one thing he was very upset about that did not end up in the 1787 Constitution. And you're absolutely right. We need them. However, today there's so much danger in even trying to get an amendment. And I've written extensively about this as well.
Tell me why is danger? I don't understand what is danger.
Well, I don't think we have time to go into it, but you need 2/3 of the state or 3/4 of the states to call for an amendment to go through.
Right now, the politicians are in so disarray, and the number of appreciation of politicians is so low. If we go ahead and we put the referendum, I promise you, we need $65,000 to put together a referendum in Florida. If we do that, and we put that referendum, and we send to the country that is what we're going to do in every state, and we push that one to every state, I promise you that the politicians are going to get the message so fast. They're going to change directions, and they're going to stop bullying us and bribing the system with total irresponsibility to the citizen.
Well, they're pushing today for a constitutional convention all over the country. Mm-hmm. What most people don't understand is if we get even close to that, even with an amendment form of a constitution, opening the Constitution, that the Ford Foundation, many years back in the 70s, spent 10 years and $25 million writing the new state's constitution, which actually eliminates everything after we the people, and leaves us with what? Privileges granted by the federal government. And believe me, you don't want that to happen. So we're going to have to go in a backdoor fashion to do this. And in order to do that, we have to be as vigilant and as strong as we were when we shut down the telephone lines in D.C. over the first immigration bill, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's what we've got to do. It's getting the American electorate off their backsides and getting them moving. How long does it take to make a phone call? It doesn't take anything. But they're so complacent today that that's where I become infuriated. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you do too.
Kelly, we'd like to thank you for joining us on American Medicine today. Your insight has been very, very valuable.
Mm-hmm. We would also like to ask you to join us again on another program if you have time, because we thoroughly enjoy the conversation.
Great. No problem.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for taking the time today. We wish we had more time to spend with you.
Okay.
Take care.
Have a great day.
You're listening to American Medicine Today on News Radio 970 WFLA. Reach out to the Bonati Spine Institute if you're in back, neck, or leg pain, 855-267-0482. Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail. The Bonati Spine Institute is proud to announce more than a 94% patient-reported success rate in over 45,000 patent-protected spine surgical procedures. Call us today at 855-267-0483 or visit us at bonati.com.
All my pain is gone. Today I am totally pain-free. Nothing. No after effect.
I'm pain-free, and I have had to take any pain medication.
Today I am pain-free for the first time in over a year, and it is so awesome.
I only wish I'd known about it earlier. Right now, I am completely without pain.
Sitting here in this office right now, pain-free, eager to enjoy the rest of my life.
I am feeling great.
I feel 100% better, like a new person.
Today I feel absolutely fantastic. It's just incredible, the relief I feel right now.
Today I'm completely pain-free.
During the procedure, I literally felt the pain melt away. It was fantastic.
I feel so good.
It took care of my headaches instantly.
It's incredible. It's really incredible.
It gave me my life back.
It's just wonderful.
I feel fantastic.
It is just absolutely amazing.
So I'm hoping to be climbing hills in a few weeks.